Hi, I just want to take this time out to share my testimony about God's goodness during my pregnancy journey with this little guy here. It's me holding up my bargain, my side of the bargain between me and God. Basically, I told God that if He allows me to have a supernatural childbirth, that I will tell the world about His goodness and His greatness and what He has done for me. Right. So for those who don't know what supernatural childbirth is basically birthing a baby as natural as you can without any complications or any pain. And He did that for me. So I had an all-natural pregnancy with no complications. So first of all, and thank you so much, Daddy, for this, I had no morning sickness, none whatsoever. So I am grateful to God for that. That's a start. I mean, come on. Usually I would have a bad period, like very bad, like puking and all the works. So that was a plus for me, and thank you so much, Daddy. I am grateful. I'm so grateful. Yes, Judah was getting a little cranky, and now he's asleep, so I can continue. Thank you to all of you who took the time out to pray for me, motivate me, check up on me. You know what you did? Thank you so much. Thank you to my friends and family, the intercessors at my house, all of you. Let me not call names, but I just want to say thank you to all of you who were there for me. You know who you are. Thank you so much. Yes, there were some people out there that were negative towards this supernatural childbirth and the mentality that I had pertaining to the believing God that I will not have any pain. They were telling me that I would have pain. You know how people come with the negative, but I brushed that off because I know who my God is, and I was believing God for it. And this video also is there for you to know that it is real. Yes. Fast forwarding to my labor stage, I was not calling it labor stage. I call it the favor stage. God's favor on my life, the favor stage. So as I was going through early favor stage, so I was experiencing contractions, and they were okay. It felt like pressure. And to me, yes, I must say I boasted a little bit. I was saying, well, I know what period pain feels like, and it was real bad. And if it is that contractions feel like this and it coming and going, well, there's a breeze. This ain't nothing. So as the contractions came closer and closer, apparently not close enough, because apparently we went to the hospital because we didn't know when was the right time to go to the hospital. We went to the hospital, found out that I was 3 centimeters dilated, and was told that, okay, well, I too calm, I ain't hollering out, I ain't keeping a noise, and I ain't normal. Usually when people in labor and stuff like that, they was holler out and keep enough noise and stuff like that. So you ain't ready yet, so go on back home. Excuse me, dialect. So we were sent back home, and I was like, okay. The following day, the contractions intensified. So the pressure was like building up, really building up, and I felt more of the pressure on my lower back. So it was pressing against my back. So I felt that It was still bearable, but it was pressing, so I had to get my husband to press against my back. It felt like if Judah was putting his head in my back and pushing it. Yes. But yeah, it started to build and intensify, and then it was coming and going. And then as my husband was keeping track of the contractions, he realized that they were like coming like a minute apart and like very, very, very close, and to the point I actually found myself in the fetal position, ball up, because I felt the pressure more and more. My husband was like, you know what, I don't like how ball up you look, and I don't like how fast this is coming, so go on bed, let me go. But I was like, but my water ain't break, so I don't think I'm ready. My husband was like, go on bed. So I was like, okay. I went to bed, get ready, but I was taking my cool time, and during that time I puked. And my husband was like, no, go and get ready quickly. So we went get ready quickly, being obedient, got ready quickly. Let me just plug in here, I am so sorry to all of you who I scared at that moment that I didn't go to the hospital a little earlier. I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. Yes, so we went to the hospital, but on the journey to the hospital I was telling my husband to take your time, because my water ain't break and I don't want that the people send me back home. By the time I got there, I couldn't even move out of the seat because the pressure was that intense that I was like, you know what, let me just sit here. And I had to do my breathing, of course, because feeling this pressure was not normal. So my husband called for the orderly, and I was in the wheelchair waiting for a bed. And when we went out to the delivery ward, I heard these women in the delivery room keeping so much noise, screaming and behaving the worst way, and I started to get fearful, very fearful. I actually lost my focus. I basically lost my focus, and that was not the time for me to really lose my focus. So with all this negative vibe all around me, I started to get fearful. And I remember the video that I watched with this lady, don't remember her name, but she was saying that fear is false evidence appearing real. And I basically had to kick in a warfare gear to pray against this negative vibe that was causing me to be fearful. So I sat there waiting for the bed, praying and asking the Lord to help me. And like, I actually went into this mode of, Daddy, like, come on, I want to tell people about the goodness of you. I want to tell people about this supernatural childbirth. I really want to tell people that this working out. But I started to get fearful. I started to be afraid, because really and truly my pain was not, let me not say pain, my pressure was not that intense for me to holler and scream, if you understand what I'm saying. It was not to that point. But because of hearing the lady behaving like that, I was like, so if the pressure intensifying like this, is it going to get to that stage that I'm going to be screaming out like that? So that's why I was starting to get fearful. But then I said, you know what, let me just keep focused, tunnel vision. Let me keep focused on God and His goodness and all of that. So I continued praying, asking God to help me. And I remember the song Do It Again by Elevation Worship, and the part that I was singing a lot was, your promise still stands, great is your faithfulness, your faithfulness. I'm still in your hand. This is my confidence. You'll never fail me yet. or you have never failed me yet. So I was basically telling the Lord, Lord, you never failed me yet. Do not fail me now. Lord, help me. I need you to help me. I can't do this without you. And I went on and on. Yes, I had to put down Judah because he was getting a bit heavy. Yes. When I got to bed and I got checked, the lady told me that I am 8 centimeters dilated. So as they were going on, continuing, doing their stuff, I was there laying in the bed, just asking God to help me. And I went into this mode, Lord, help me, please help me. Don't let me have to holler out. Don't let me have to scream out. Don't let me have to do it. And I going on asking God to help me. And then my husband was like, you ain't asked God to help you already. Now change your stance and thank the Lord for helping you. So I was like, oh, okay. So I had to change my mode. And I was like, Lord, thank you. I just want to thank you in advance. I just want to thank you for the supernatural childbirth that you're giving me. And so on, I went on and on and on, telling the Lord thank you. And God has been so good that he had placed some wonderful staff members of Queen Elizabeth Hospital there to help and motivate me and guide me through this process. So when you had the shift change of the staff members, like, I had to get checked again. But when the lady went to go to check me, I felt this warm thing down there, and it was like, what just happened? And the lady said, you water break. So I forgetting to continue to thank God. No, I went in this mode of, you brought my water? Because remember I said supernatural childbirth natural. I wanted it all natural. And she was like, no, I just brought on its own. So I mind asking the lady if she brought my water, and I realized that I no longer have any pressure. I had no pain. I had, like, everything went out through the window. After the water broke, there was no pressure, no pain, no, everything went away. Sudden, everything went. And like shortly after, I realized like a whole set of people coming in. Like when I say people, like staff, the nurses, the midwives, crowding around me, and it was like, alright. So they asked my husband to hold my left leg, and all I saying in my head is like, well, my water just break, like I about to deliver already. So I just heard the lady said, okay, Bonnie, I gonna need you to push now, and push as though you're about to do a big stool, number 2. And I was like, okay. So like with all these people in the room, like they were so motivational. Everybody was like, you could do this, you're doing so good, and like cheer me on. I felt like I had my own cheerleading squad inside of that room, and I thank you God for that as well. And everybody motivating me. I started to get a little discouraged a little bit though, to tell you the truth, because I was pushing around. That was short-lived. Sweet boy, get up. Anyway, like I said, I was feeling a little discouraged because I was pushing around. I was pushing from my chest apparently, and I wasn't pushing from my diaphragm or something. I can't really think about it because I really don't understand it. But however, within 15 to 20 minutes, Judah was out without any complications, any problems, any pain. God has been so good. So good. God has been good. Yes. So one thing I must say also is that I had to go back into the hospital 2 weeks after due to mastitis. Mastitis is basically having an overproduction of milk in the breast, and you're not pumping off the milk fast enough, and you're starting to catch fevers and catch bad feels and all that jazz. However, I didn't see it as a bad thing going back into the hospital though. God allowed me to be able to witness to many people out there, telling them about the goodness of God in the time that I was inside the hospital. Yes, I really wanted to go home. Yes, and within that time, but still, I was still able to witness to people and tell them about God's goodness. So I want to encourage you to have a relationship with God. Allow Him to be a part of your life. He will never fail you. Trust me, He will never fail you.